Hey everyone, back with part 8 and probably the final part of Claire Redfield's B path in my first second run of Resident Evil 2 remake. And on the previous part I had gone into Nest and ended it with doing the damn chemical mixer in the drug lab, and of course delivering the herbicide. And yeah, like all the other puzzles in the game, they completely switched around the solution of how to do it, and it was arguably the worst puzzle in the entire game. Worse than even the freaking panel puzzle. You know, I don't mind maybe some puzzle flutzing around with, but that was just terrible. I'm sorry. They made it way more difficult than it had any right to be, and I hated it. So, yeah, I'm definitely gonna look up the solutions for how to do both first and second run in 7 turns or less, because that took way too long, and I really don't ever want to take 30 freaking minutes just to solve one stupid puzzle ever again, especially when it comes to chemistry, because fuck chemistry. Anyway, the only thing I like about chemistry is when it makes stuff explode, or melt, or a combination of both. Apparently, I still have had. Apparently, there's still something to use the signal modulator on, but I have no idea where. And the only other place there was to use it was right here, but there was no power to it, which was odd. So I gotta go get the wristband. And it's either going to... It's either not gonna be It's either gonna be Mr. X or somebody else. Well, okay, not Mr. X. It's one problem child off my back. Okay, so it's likely not gonna be Mr. X. Either it's gonna be G that's gonna bust through the window, or nothing at all. Combine it. Okay, so nobody's gonna come through. Ignoring him. Oh, you kidding me? Alright. Oh, come on! Ugh. Yup, infinite death. Auto insta-death. And I completely missed with a damn grenade launcher. And how the fuck did it get in here? I ask you.
Dispensing.
Skip it. Skip it.
So much for the weed infestation.
Shut your fucking mouth. Let me go and get the key.
You have dispersed a dangerous solution without authorization. Your actions have been logged, and you may be subject to disciplinary measures.
Okay. Finally out of there. Byron Cartwright's inbox. This is what I missed. Sender, William Birkin. Subject, high priority, increased security. When did Nest become a nest for spies? 3 last month and another 4 this month. And those are just the ones we caught. Step up security, Cartwright, or do you want to end up like your predecessor? Also, I'll be restricting access to the west area from today. Ignore all requests from headquarters for information on G. Those suits contribute nothing to this project anyway. Sender, no reply. Auto-generated mail. Subject, warning, unauthorized access detected. Herbicidal disposal by unauthorized employee detected in the east area. 451 Wayne Lee. Herbicide disposal of unauthorized employee, huh? Don't know what that's about. Come on. Come on. Get off me. Persistent son of a bitch. Okay, so I can't do anything with that. So what do I do with this? I guess I save it for the west area. Ugh. Fucking shit. Oh, and of course I don't have the combat knife. Because why wouldn't I? Ugh. Okay, equip that. I don't know what to expect after this. Equipped. Ugh, poor Claire, you look really messed up now. Ugh. Okay. Save. Get the fuck out of here before I lose my patience any further. Get to the antiviral agent in the west area. So G did not show up, nor Mr. X. And I remembered to scan the PC in the press room.
Find that antiviral agent soon.
Another guy. Nest Wrecker 1. There's the last panel. Oz. That was a bit difficult. Still better than the chemistry puzzle. Fuck that. And I can discard this, finally. Birkin again. He's trying to take the G virus. And we're in Martinez's perspective. And then he fucks it up.
Birkin, you'll come along with us quietly.
You think I didn't know you were coming? This is my life's work. I'm not handing over anything.
We have our orders, Dr. Birkin. I'll ask you one more time. Hold your fire! What the fuck were you thinking? Our orders were to bring him in alive.
I'm guessing that's Hunk. Maybe? I don't know.
We're in, sir. But we had a snafu. Target resisted. We had to take him out. That's correct, sir. Roger that. Just the samples, then.
Or maybe that's Hunk. I don't know.
Let's move.
All I know is that he's basically the Boba Fett of the series. Only doesn't die nearly as ridiculously. Then again, I like to think Boba never did die. He busted out of the Sarlacc. And had far better stories told in the expanded universe novels and comics, which are unfortunately not canceled, which are unfortunately not canon anymore. Thanks, Disney. William Birkin's inbox. Jane Doyle suspecting research on G. Decided to cease all research on G, ongoing at the Nest Underground Laboratory. All funding for this project has been cut. William Birkin removed from post. Thank you for your email. Dr. Birkin expressed interest in the evolving bioweapon. Do not worry about costs. Well funded by the United States. Heard the good news. G's almost ready. Strange never thought to report to the research lab, but I suppose I can't let that slide. Send over the data. Don't worry, you've done good work on G. We can take care of the rest. Suspicion of breaching your contract. Become clear you have claimed ownership of G. Unauthorized contact with U.S. military. Report to investigation committee within 24 hours, which did not happen. Yeah, disregard which the video recording. Birkin was no saint either. After all the crap, after all, he and Albert Wesker were in cahoots for a lot of the disgusting crap that that Umbrella created. So, got room, right? I don't have any more flash grenades. I ran out of those. So I'm gonna have to get what I can in the boss room. Have this on me as my main weapon in the for the time being. MRI room, CAT scan or X-ray. Yeah, CAT scan and surgical tools. I never really ever needed to use the antidote in this game, anti-poisoning at all in this game. I completely avoided being poisoned by the G virus monsters in the sewers. And the plant monsters, well, they don't do poison anything. Instead, they insta-kill me if I'm caught, if I don't. And I did not have a knife on me to test whether or not I could, you know, kill them. Or rather, fend them off. So as far as I'm concerned, they are an instant death if I get caught by them. Well, found this. So that's something. Not gonna bother with the quick army. I never really bothered with combining giving the suppressor on the machine gun. There was really no point. Took up too much space. And then really, if I'm going to use anything for these last 30 or so minutes, it's going to be the grenade launcher, and I definitely won't be doing anything silent, that's for sure. Yep, gonna be fighting down there again. Ugh. Birkin, Birkin, Birkin. What have you done? Don't need this, so I'll store it. Fish tank with no fish. Wasteful. Unless the fish died from being kept unfed. Research diary. Subject 449. After a G embryo was implanted in the subject, we made 50 centimeter incision from the chest to abdomen and began our observations. Help of medical team. Subject's consciousness level was kept between 50 and lucid. However, subject's consciousness level deteriorated. Subject was then disposed of, deemed unnecessary. Subject 501, G virus administered subject mutated into G form, was introduced to a group of 30 subjects after 2 hours. It was observed that all but one of the test subjects had been implanted with an embryo. All subjects were disposed of. One subject broke down during experimentation and took their own life. Mr. G virus to subject 628, shown slight resistance to T virus. Introduced to subject 639, whom 628 had a close relationship. Signs of resistance, had been implanted with embryo after 24 minutes. Nothing to stop T virus resistance, does nothing to stop the mental deterioration of G virus. Weren't one of the orphanage kids labeled with a number? Can't remember. 628, maybe? I don't know. One or the other. Wait a minute. The locket.
Damn it.
That incision on the bottom, see?
Look at that. Alright.
Huh. Didn't even need to take up the inventory space.
Hell yeah. Got it.
The devil vial.
God. The antiviral agent.
Return to
Gotta get
Sherry.
back to Sherry.
And there's the G virus sample right there for Leon when he gets it. So now we gotta run all the way back to Sherry. Or not.
Your ass again! William! This ends now.
Shoot him.
What the hell is this thing?
That was my husband.
She is my creation!
Ah, the other half of the flashback.
Oh!
William!
Shoot him.
I should have killed him while I had the chance. I don't know why, I just... I couldn't do it.
He was your husband.
Honestly, we were more married to our work than each other.
But what about Sherry? How could you just leave her all alone while Raccoon City burned to hell?
I couldn't let my daughter grow up in a world with a G virus in it.
Uh-oh.
But that's no excuse for... I got this.
Sorry.
No. I got this. You should take there, Sherry. You don't know what you're up against.
I have a pretty damn good idea.
Whatever you do, don't stop until it's finished.
Trust me. This ends now.
Claire is a badass.
Last quarantine until target is neutralized.
Ow. E. Direct hit. That was good.
Target has been neutralized. Ending quarantine.
Oh, flashbang. I couldn't stop him from grabbing the lift panel, but it's okay.
Service lift is now operational.
Well, I guess Leon won't be facing him in this version. Magnum. Or Hollow Point, whatever. I really like this form of G with the two small arms and the two big arms. And that skull visage. It's like a disgusting monster. It's like something out of Dead Space. I love it. Or rather, the other way around. Because, you know, Resident Evil 2 came first. Dead Space came way, way later. Okay, so... used up a bunch of machine gun ammo, but it was worth it.
Gotta get back to Sherry.
Claire is a badass. I love her. She has good character. Goes through a lot of shit just to save people that she wants to, you know, help and care about. She's basically Ellen Ripley 20 years younger. And I love her for that. And unlike that embarrassment of a main character in the Resident Evil movies, Alice, and other characters that Hollywood props up, Claire is a legit character and is not a, say it with me now, Mare Sue. Thank you, Lord, for that. Okay, let me reload this. So that way I still have mags. Heal. Okay. Oh, flashlight or something he had on him. Okay, so the base is not exploding yet, so no elevator. So we get back to the security room. Save. G is a cool boss. I really like him. His third form especially.
Hey.
She's better.
I knew you'd make it. My mom needs help.
Yeah, her ribs are crushed.
Sherry. How are you?
Okay. but you don't look so good. Mommy?
Hey, look at the screen.
Oh, thank God.
So Sherry's gonna be all right?
She'll be weak for a little while, but... yes. She's free of the G-virus.
Did you hear that?
What happened to her?
She was attacked by the monsters.
Don't... worry about me. Take my daughter to safety.
Level 4.
I'm sorry, Sherry. For everything. Your life is what is important.
We can't just leave her here.
You're right, we can't.
Attention.
We might have to.
Of a level 4 virus detected.
Leon.
What does that mean?
It's a self-destruct code.
Yeah, he got the virus.
In case the G-virus leaves the building. Save my daughter.
No!
Sherry? Sherry, please say goodbye to your mom. Mom, please say goodbye. Please, Sherry. Listen. She loved you, okay? You really gotta get going. Come on.
Aww.
You were right about this jacket. I'm so lucky to have you.
We can talk more about that later. We gotta hurry now. Come on.
Broken ribs. Fatal. Yup. Level 4. And, yeah, on the contrary, Sherry, she's free of turning into a monster, yes, but as far as the G virus itself is concerned, well, the virus's negative effects are gone. The positives, if you could even call it that, like regenerative tissue and all that, she inherits that. Yeah, they may have stopped the virus from taking over, but its effects still remain, or rather, what would have been the positive effects. And of course, that ties into, much as I hate to say it, Resident Evil 6 with Sherry having being able to regenerate from her wounds. Level 4.
Sherry, can you walk faster?
Yeah?
I don't want to rush you, but we have to go.
Attention. Self-destruct sequence initiated. Use the central elevator to evacuate immediately to the bottom level train platform.
Gotta get out of here.
Attention. Self-destruct sequence initiated.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Central elevator to evacuate immediately to the bottom level train platform. Attention. Self-destruct sequence initiated. Use the central elevator to evacuate immediately to the bottom level train platform. Attention. Self-destruct sequence initiated. Claire?
Yeah?
Thank you for being so nice to me. For helping me. I'm really glad I met you.
I'm really glad I met you too, Sherry. But save your thanks until I get you out of this place.
To the bottom level train platform. Attention. Self-destruct sequence initiated. platform. Attention. Self-destruct sequence initiated. Use the central elevator to evacuate.
Okay, so we don't contact Leon in here. He'll be right behind us.
Until detonation. To the bottom level train platform.
Sherry, run!
Run from the plant monsters.
Of course. The stupid thing's locked.
Hold
That's-
on.
Sherry, what are you...
I think I can open it from the other side.
Oh no.
God damn it, your turn sucks. Oh no.
Minutes until detonation.
She went into the vent. Good girl.
Nice work, Sherry.
We make a good team. Attention. Self-destruct sequence
It needs to happen again in another game. Along with Jill. Claire, Jill, and Sherry.
Sherry, you hanging in there? I'm right behind you. Not a girl. Think we're almost out of here.
8 minutes until
Train.
detonation.
Maybe we can use that. Worth a try.
Train. I love trains. It'll be our escape out of here. Oh, yeah.
Attention.
What the
Self-destruct initiated.
battery?
To evacuate immediately to the
What battery? There it is.
What are you doing? I gotta get this train moving. I need you to stay right here, okay?
Okay. I promise I won't move.
Good.
Be careful.
Always.
7 minutes until detonation.
Okay. Alright. Did something. Okay.
There's Leon.
Claire!
What? Leon? You're down here too?
Yeah, but the whole place is coming down. Look, you need to get out. Fast!
I know. I found a way out. I think we can all make it. Where are you now?
Claire, are you still there?
Leon? I'm sorry, you're breaking up.
Don't worry about me. Just get out of here.
Leon! Leon! Damn!
Time to... We'll meet up with him. Oh no. He's back. Die. Yee. Shit. Running low on health. Yeah.
Claire! It's okay. I'm here. We're getting out of here.
All aboard.
So what's the first thing you want to do when we get out of here?
I want to see where you live.
Good. I take a shower.
Yeah.
50 showers.
Claire!
Leon! It's so good to see you.
I told you we'd make it, didn't I?
You did.
Who's this?
This is Sherry.
Okay. Jesus.
Uh-oh.
What was that?
I don't know.
You stay here with Sherry. I'm gonna go check it out.
Are you sure? I don't have any health items left. True ending. Head to the last car. Well, I'm all out of bullets for the minigun. Don't think I'll need this, so... Minigun. 50 round. Nope. 6-barrel motorized minigun. 7.62 millimeter NATO rounds. And unfortunately, I'm out of said rounds. Who is it? No hitchhikers on this train. Uh-oh. Him again.
Stop moving like this.
Hope you like this, 'cause I got a hell of a lot more. For fuck's sake, how the hell are you still kicking?
think I should have held on to the minigun. Yeah, I'm gonna restart that whole thing so I have the minigun because, yeah, that was nasty.
To the bottom level train platform. Attention. Self-destruct sequence initiated. Use the central elevator to evacuate. 10 minutes until
Use this
detonation.
instead.
Sherry, run!
Of course. The stupid thing's locked.
Hold on.
Sherry, what are you...
I think I can open it from the other side.
God damn it, your timing sucks.
9 minutes until detonation.
That was a disgusting death, I'm not gonna lie. Ugh. Poor Claire, she didn't deserve this shit.
Nice work.
We make a good team.
Sherry, you hanging in there?
I'm right behind you.
Had a girl. Think we're almost out of here.
Claire. Maybe we can use that.
8
Worth a try.
until detonation.
Okay.
Attention. Self-destruct sequence initiated. Use the central elevator to evacuate.
What?
I'm gonna save the minigun this time and not use it against Monster Birkin, and inventory's full. did I miss him? Come on. Are you kidding me? Oh, wait a minute.
Until detonation.
Gotta use the machine gun. I am completely out of everything. Oh, Lord.
Gotta stop moving like this. Hope you like bullets, because I got a hell of a lot more. For fuck's sake, how the hell are you still kicking? Like Chris likes to say, show over.
Fire!
We're gonna lose that car!
Run!
Like that? Fine, fucker!
Give me your hand!
Wow. I love how she didn't jump yet. She had to deliver one coup de grace to the monster in the eye.
So, are you guys like boyfriend and girlfriend?
I wish.
We're just... well, we actually just met last night.
Yeah. That would have been one hell of a first date, though.
Yeah, you have no idea.
Look! He might be able to give us a ride.
What if it's not just the city?
Get Sherry out of here.
Come on.
Hey, that was Live Another Day by the great.
Wow. Well, fuck him then.
So, is it over?
No.
I don't know. But if it's not, we'll stop it. Whatever it takes.
Yeah, you damn right we will.
As long as we stick together, we'll be fine. Come on.
Hey, you guys can adopt me. We can get a puppy
Puppy.
and a parrot.
Parrot.
I always wanted pets, but my mom said they're too messy.
Next up on this boring Wednesday is a song to get your blood pumping.
Well, that was the true ending for Resident Evil 2. Other than that one Oh crap, singing. Well, other than that one embarrassing death, because I didn't think to preserve the shotgun until into that. Yeah, that was a pretty thrilling boss fight. Well, we've definitely done one half of the game, Leon A, Claire B, but there's still Claire A, Leon B. And I really, really want to see how the game plays differently from then on out, as minute as they probably are. The differences, I mean. Hey. Well, Claire definitely has a lot of highlights for her half, that's for sure. I love how, without even Leon, she just decides, I'll go back there and and knock whatever it is. And then she doesn't even go to flee from the train for a moment's notice. No, she takes 2 extra seconds to impale the monster in the eye, just to give a final coup de grace to it. She is awesome. I love her. A natural, well-told badass. And a drop-dead gorgeous one. And the frickin' G-Virus turns into frickin' John Carpenter's The Thing right on the train. It just did not want to die. Also, what is it with a lot of the boss monsters in Resident Evil forming eyes where their mouths should be? I mean, yeah, it's disturbing and gross, but what practical means does that serve them? Like, does their eye, like, retract into a socket, which allows them to consume meat? Hell, frickin'... what's his name? The main antagonist of Resident Evil 4, Sadler. When you fight him in his final form, frickin' eye comes out of his mouth. Ew. Like, can you not feel pain from that? Ugh. But yeah, as Sherry was saying, boyfriend, girlfriend, yeah, that's what I've been saying throughout parts of this game. Capcom, screw Ada, it's never gonna work between her and Leon. Have Leon, you know, meet up again with Claire in, what, Resident Evil 8, maybe? Maybe, get the band together with them and Jill. We never did get a Jill and Claire meet up. And I'm sure we'd like to see Sherry, much older, with Claire too. You know, get the band together. Do what Resident Evil 6 should have been: a giant, Expendables team up of all the main protagonists of the series: Chris, Jill, Barry, Leon, Claire, Sherry. And hell, for just because they might, well, since they introduced him, friggin' Jake Mueller, who is supposed to be, quote, the son of Albert Wesker, How that ever happened, I have no idea. Because, let's just be honest, Capcom took a vacation last decade, 5 years ago, when DMC and Resident Evil 5 and 6 happened. Ugh. Yeah, have Jill and Chris be official. Have Claire and Leon become an official. And I guess, well, Jake and Sherry, maybe. They did kind of build up to that. Not to mention, you have that whole subplot left over at the very end with this Alex Wesker person in Revelations 2. You know, so add Barry in there. That's what I want for a grand finale Resident Evil game. Do what 6 should have done, but far better for that matter. You know, scary survival horror, none of that blockbuster QuickTime event bullcrap. I mean, yeah, there's always been action in the Resident Evil games, but never to that absurd extent. Ugh. And sure, have Ada in there if you want, but please, can we drop the Ada Leon? Do it, Sherry just acknowledged. Even she knows that both Claire and Leon are far better for each other. Okay, enough of my shipping. Justifiable shipping, anyway. Well, how did I like the Claire side of Resident Evil 2? For the most part, I liked it a lot. A lot of the same parts do end up getting recycled, but that's a product of the game's time. And I can understand Capcom not wanting to change far too much to the point of sacrificing the game's identity. Another C, because I took 10 hours and 46 saves. Boo. A heroine emerges. C rank. And a broken umbrella trophy. Yeah. But yeah, that was part of the game's time. And I can understand Capcom not wanting to sacrifice that. That does unfortunately cause a couple of lapses in the canon, like of the game, going depending on the routes you took. Because Leon fought G in that lab area, then we ended up fighting him as Claire anyway. So that leaves me to wonder, how does everything else tie in? Like, we saw what happened to Mr. X, because in the Leon half, Leon kills Mr. X with the rocket launcher, from the head and torso down. Whereas in the Claire half, we are running away from X, and G-Virus Birkin stabs him in the back and rips him to the side. I like to personally think that the Tyrant regenerated, because after all, Mr. X, as well as all the other Tyrants, their heart is like on the right side of their body, which is like their main organ. So I would suspect maybe that's the case, but then again, wouldn't the trenchcoat be torn to shreds if we ever did see him as Leon again? I don't know. I'm just trying to make sense of it. Either way, it doesn't hurt the game. It's just if you're a stickler for continuity to an insane degree, kind of like me, then it's a little head scratching, but I can let it go given the game, where the game came from and how everything kind of goes together, you know what I mean? So I can let a lot of those things slide. As for the overall scenario, I really did enjoy seeing Claire's side of it. Although it's not the complete side, after all, we still have to do Claire A, and from what everyone tells me, it's Claire A and Leon B that is, quote, canon to the Resident Evil canon. Gesundheit. So, I'm definitely going to be doing another playthrough of the game, separate from this one. This one will be Leon A, Claire B, and then I'll start a second mega playthrough with Claire A, Leon B, with their respective parts attached into it. So, take this as being half of a game, because you still have a lot of ways to do things, and I definitely want to go back and see where all the differences really start to really affect the game. You know, who Claire meets, who Leon meets, at what point in time, and so on and so forth. You had the whole Sherry shtick in the orphanage. That was interesting, and you got this, and my theory was confirmed. The orphanage was not for adoption to parents; it was for testing subjects. And that necrophiliac freakazoid sheriff was in on it. But yeah, the locket did not contain a sample. It was the key to getting the sample, I think. I need to brush up on my RE canon, honestly. Rebrush up on it. So, and I did like some of her weapons. Her grenade launcher was awesome. I like how you could switch the ammunition of your weaponry for that, as well as Claire's revolver, between hollow point, normal and 9mm rounds. However, as for everything else regarding her weaponry, I'm not sure I'm a fan of it. I much prefer Leon's shotgun over the submachine gun, due to how much more power it had, and that it was much more headshot savvy, whereas the machine gun, while it can be used effectively with peppering zombies' heads in hit and runs, and definitely helped with being close up to targets, especially G when the eyes were coming out of its chest, it is a weapon that I think takes a bit of getting used to. I don't hate it, but I can't say I love it either. As for the one thing that did ruin this playthrough, this half of the playthrough, however, it was the extra bonus weapon. This is where I do have a big negative, and this is not going to be strictly to Claire, but will, I assume, be tied to Leon too, because he gets a weapon with the same kind of ammunition, and that is the quick draw revolver and the M11, which I hear is the actual 1911 gun that I was talking about earlier, that Leon will have in his as a special unlock for him. Where I have the problem with these two weapons is that they take a completely different type of ammunition, and as such, and as a result, the ammunition for those guns ends up taking up the spots of the 9mm and whatever other ammunition I may be interested in. Like, I imagine the gun Leon will have will be far more traditional to the gameplay, with the gun being held out in front, whereas I hated the quick draw due to being to the side like it's a freaking Red Dead gunslinger. Like, no, that's I don't particularly like that in my Resident Evil. I get where they were going for with it, but it honestly is not a gun I would have used. If anything, I would have picked something else. And alongside that, would have picked guns that would have used the 9mm, or at the very least replaces the, or at the very least made that your standard gun. I don't know, something. Maybe not the latter, but at the very least, don't put in a weapon in a second run of the game, or third run, what have you, and have only ammunition for that, and replace everything else. Like, I don't like that. You're close to, like, breaking your game right there. But on the bright side, we do, and also before that, also the spark launcher, I did not particularly like it that much. It looks cool, it looks damn cool, but compared to the flamethrower, I found it far less, how should I say it? I found it far less practical and too slow to use. But the flamethrower, it was instant satisfaction, burn everything. It could probably take a little while to kill something, but at the very least, it would stop most things in their tracks and engulf them in flames. Whereas the spark shot takes a long time, even with the upgrade, to charge up the shot and zap anything. And other than maybe one form of G or two, other than the second and third form of G Birkin, it's honestly useless against everything else. Hell, you don't even get it in the first time you fight him, so that doesn't count. And I honestly didn't. It certainly, for whatever reason, wasn't useful in the fourth form or fifth form, whichever it is. However, that is all made up by the chain gun, which we get as Claire's special ending weapon. For the rocket, for Leon it was the rocket. For Claire, she gets a minigun, which is awesome. And yeah, nothing is more beautiful than a hot gun, than a hot girl wielding a huge, powerful gun. Aside from everything else that's beautiful in the world, but you get what I mean. And yeah, I of course messed up with that fight because I was supposed to hold on to it for the final version of Birkin on the train, but I didn't. But I ended up using it in the fight before that, and as a result, I paid for it. I should have used everything else first, even if it took a hell of a long time to use. And of course, by the time Monster Birkin happened, I had completely wasted the ammo on the minigun, and every other weapon in the game ended up being, well, practically useless. So you definitely have to be careful with that, and I don't know how I'm going to be able to do, a record time with such odds. So for the most part, compared to Leon, I like Leon's weapons more, but Claire's does have a few good ones, even though there are some outliers that I'm not the biggest fan of. But in terms of overall scenario, I did like playing as her a lot, and her character. I love her character. And I love how she backtalks all the monsters. And she gave the coup de grace at the end to Monster Birkin before the explosion engulfed it. Also, that little comedy bit where the eye goes, and just blows up. That was funny. So let's see what we earned. Hero and emojis, extra costumes, model M19 for, M19 for Leon, the fourth survivor mode, stage 5, extra modes, the fourth survivor. So we play as Hunk in this one. The last of the Umbrella Security Service team, whom everyone who is a fan of to some degree. He's basically the Boba Fett of the series. He exists just to look cool. So, that is disgusting. John Carpenter would be proud. Ugh. Hell, there's even a zombie right there, like they wanted to put more in. There's Birkin's face on the far left. Ivy concept art. Well, apparently the plant was supposed to be a dominant life form stretching up to the ceiling and attack people with its own vines. There was a boss in the House of the Dead 3 arcade game that was like this. I can't remember if it was like this in the original version of Resident Evil 2 or not. Kind of a missed opportunity for a boss fight, honestly. That's really one little criticism I have. I would have liked a few more boss fights. I would have liked Claire to fight the alligator. Perhaps one or two other things like this. I don't mind the alligator, what they did with it, but I would have liked a much more legit boss with it, like in the original game. So it's one of those few things where I'm like, that could have been done better. But it is what it is, I suppose. Hide and seek. Escape the sewers. Survival. Which I already did as Leon. Model, quick draw army. See, that's how I got it. And now I get the 1911 for Leon. Human power plant. Kill 5 enemies with the spark shot. I never killed 5? What? Well, I'll have another chance to do it in Claire A, I suppose. Never did this. Seemed wasteful. Maybe in the next playthrough. Don't know what this is. Oh, it's for doing the one-shot kill with the crane. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I can do it. Yeah, I want to do it as Claire, so when I start Claire A, I'm definitely going to have to remember, hey, wait for her to give the signal and then do it, which is weird. Like, they pressure you into doing it over and over again as fast as possible, so I didn't think to wait. It wasn't until I looked it up where after the character says, this should do it, then it does it. Kind of odd that they would do that, honestly. Jail cell, 13 moves. 7 moves. 8 moves. Yeah, I couldn't do this one. I'll try it next time. Obtain all the weapons in Clear Story. Yeah, I got the bonus gun, so that's what it was. So now Leon will have his bonus gun, the M1911, which I wish Claire had instead of a damn cowboy gun. Develop all rolls of film. There was a 5th one? I never found a 5th one. What the hell? Read all the files. There were a couple I missed. One probably in the orphanage because I ended up missing it by accident. So there's 5 more raccoons for the infinite knife. Yeah, I'm a ways from going into A or S. That's gonna take a lot of work. Sizzling Scarlet Hero. Courageous Crimson Hero. Sizzling. Yes. So there's definitely more things to do in the game. So I've now done the standard costumes for both characters, and I really want to do the alternatives. The save theme. I like it. Ominous and beautiful at the same time. Stage 3G. Yeah, I like how he looks in Stage 3. He looks freaking creepy as hell. With glowing eyes in his head. He looks like a scarier version of that alien hybrid thing from Alien Resurrection. Except that movie was bad. Laughably bad, whereas this is good. Yeah, this is definitely my favorite version of G, and my favorite version of it to fight. I would not be surprised if Dead Space took inspiration from G for the necromorphs. They took a lot of inspiration from John Carpenter too, from The Thing. Ugh, disgusting. Seriously, the art department in this game went nuts. They really did. And I love how, they even... I also love how meticulously they detailed the various weapons in the game. M19, since I unlocked that. Hey, you can see the bullet coming in the chamber and everything. Yeah, if you're a gun enthusiast, as well as a survival horror enthusiast, Resident Evil 2 will most definitely scratch your trigger finger. This one's my favorite. Yeah, they really went as meticulous as possible. So, there's even weekly challenges, eh? I'm not gonna look at those. Okay, so that is one whole playthrough of Resident Evil 2 Remake, Leon A, Claire B. However, I am not done with the game yet, for I really, really want to do play the game again in another playthrough, the other way around, with Claire A and Leon B, because apparently that's the quote-unquote. And, I definitely want to see what's different and what's not, and also play the game with the frickin' alternate costumes, because I really wanted to play as Claire with the classic outfit, because seriously, look at that thing, it's gorgeous. Also, Leon's buffed up police outfit, because Japan. You can even choose how you want it all worn. Frickin' sheriff. And of course, when I started the B path for Claire, it was like a previously on fast forward segment, so it didn't show off the game. It was, I guess, when you started as Leon, it does the whole gas station segment. Whereas when I played as Claire on the second run, it was from her perspective, from the outside of it. So it would make sense. So when I think about it, it makes sense they would have done the second run beginning like that. So if I start the game, new game, regular with Claire instead, I imagine it'll end up being through the gas station part with her instead, with Leon being outside, and of course, so on and so forth. So yeah, And of course, so there's also the fourth survivor mode. However, I think I'm going to wait for the free DLCs that are coming for the game before I tackle that, because apparently there's supposed to be 3 extra game characters. The mayor's daughter, who was being taxidermied by the sheriff, a mystery soldier character who did not look like one of Hunk's crew, and also Robert Kendo, the gun store owner. So that's 4 characters getting their own little, I guess you could say, what-if stories, because that's what they're saying. They're just alternate tales that may or may not be canon to the game. I don't know. I do know that the 4th survivor is technically canon, with playing as Hunk, the last survivor of the Umbrella team that went to go retrieve the G-Virus before Birkin turned into an eldritch abomination and killed most of them. And he would appear in lightly in other games. And of course, it's apparently it's a time trial apparently, so it's definitely going to be more of an arcadey mode than anything else, I would assume. So I'm definitely going to try that later. Not now, likely later when the free characters come around. So as far as everything in the immediate future is concerned, consider this the end of my first playthrough of Resident Evil 2, with specifically Leon A, Claire B, and when I come back to the game, I will start a second full playthrough with Claire A, Leon B, and see how everything differs there. So, so yeah, that's the first of 2 full playthroughs of Resident Evil 2 Remake. So far, I really, really love the game, although it did have moments in the second run where I did get a bit flustered, namely with the bonus weapons ammunition taking up the ammunition of other weapons, and some of the puzzles becoming obnoxiously more challenging than they should have, to the point of annoyance. Other than that, really like it a lot, and I definitely will be coming back for more, either tomorrow or Monday. I'm not sure yet. Whichever comes first. Hopefully very soon. So, thank y'all for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and comment when videos, if you like, and all that fun stuff. And I'll see y'all next time with more evil. Yes. So, have a good night, everyone. Peace out.